Hello everyone, Ashlyn Keys, a YouTube channel. Today we are going to talk about Father's Day. So I wrote some things down that I found from the web, but as you guys know, for the people that have been following me for a while, which isn't very many people, but for the people that have been following me for a while, my father is deceased. He's no longer with us. He died in 2013. So he Father's Day is a really hard holiday for me. Basically, is what I was gonna say, and for everybody else out there too who doesn't have a father. And Mother's Day just went by, and that was, I'm pretty sure, a really hard holiday for people who don't have a mother. My mother's still alive. We did celebrate Mother's Day with her. We went over to a house and gave her some Campbell's soup collectible items that she loves. Um, uh, my husband took me out to eat with my children, and uh, I got a really lovely gift. I'm actually going to do a video on the gift that I got. My daughter got me a beautiful bonsai tree kit, so I can start growing a bonsai tree, and a beautiful card and a balloon and stuff like that. And my other daughter, she drew me a picture, and my son made a little thumbprint at school and did a little poem. So Mother's Day was good. I'll talk more about that in another video. But so anyways, as I was saying, the Father's Day is really hard for people who don't have fathers, and Father's Day is a blessing, and Father's Day is happy too at the same time for me, because my husband is a father, and a year and a half ago, he was not a father. He was a stepfather to my children, but he has his own blood child by me now, is what I meant to say. Um, so, uh, yes, it's a good holiday because we'll get to celebrate for him, but it's a bad holiday at the same time because my dad's no longer here. So, okay, so here's some cool history on Father's Day. I got this from the web. Father's Day is June 19th, 2022, on a Sunday this year. Um, we do it to honor all the fathers out there. This is like stepfathers, real biological fathers, men who are playing roles, fatherly roles in children's lives, any kind of fathers. So Sonora Smart Dodd, from Spokane, Washington. I'm not sure how you say that. Who it started from her, and her father, a Civil War vet, raised her and her 5 siblings after their mother died in childbirth. She got the idea while listening to a sermon on Mother's Day, and local religious leaders supported that idea. And the first Father's Day was celebrated June 19th, 1910. The birthday, which was the birthday month of Dodd's father. So the reason why we celebrate it on this day is because the girl who created the holiday got the idea for the holiday. It's her dad's birthday month. So happy birthday to Sonora Smart Dodd's dad. It's kind of cool how her last name was Dodds, and it sounds father. We say dad, and it sounds like dad, Dodd, kind of like her last name. That's kind of cool. Okay, so in 1924, the U.S. press Calvin Coolidge gave support to the observance, and in 1966, Press Lyndon B. Johnson issued a proclamation that recognized the day. it became a national holiday in 1972 when Richard Nixon signed the legislation designing the third Sunday of June as Father's Day. Although it was originally largely a religious holiday, Father's Day has been commercialized with sending the greeting cards and giving gifts like Mother's Day. Um, somewhere this was really cool. This is really neat. So my father would always give me and my sisters roses for Mother's Day, even though like it was he should have more or less gave my mother gifts. They were divorced, so instead of getting my mother roses or gifts and stuff like that, he would give us girls, which there's four of us, but my youngest sister was only 3 at the time of my parents' divorce, so he didn't get her roses because she didn't have children back then. So growing up, my dad would get us kids roses for being mothers, because me and my older sister were teen moms, and so yeah, like growing up from teen mom to adulthood being mom, he would give us roses. So okay, this next part I'm about to read you is pretty cool because it said somewhere a red rose for living fathers and somewhere a white rose indicating their father's deceased. So red is for the living fathers out there and white roses are for the deceased. So that's pretty interesting and pretty cool. And when I do these YouTube videos, I even learn a lot when I do research and I'm finding stuff to read for you guys and a life topic to talk to you guys about. I'm learning stuff myself, so it's pretty cool. Okay. This I was going to share with you guys. So this is my dad's obituary. This is my father. Let me see if I can turn off the light and show it a little bit better. There we go. So that's my dad, Ben Lindo Jr., Benjamin Lindo Jr. His dad was Benjamin Lindo Sr. He loved the Hawkeyes. As you can tell, he passed that down to me. So I'll read to you guys some stuff about my dad. We kind of look like. So anyways, this is a scripture that my father went by and loved. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me to lay down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters, and he restored my soul. He leadeth me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Yes, I walk through the valley of the shadow of death. I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod, thy staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of my enemies. Thou anointest my head with oil, my cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. Psalms 23. So, in honor of my dad, this is Psalms 23 from the Bible. I grew up in a Baptist church. I am a little religious. I am a Christian. I do believe in God, but I don't really... Oh gosh, I'm probably going to go to hell for saying this. But I don't really agree with everything in the Bible. I'll just say it. That's the truth. I mean, why not say it? Because God already knows our thoughts. There's just some things in there that don't make sense to me. and some things I literally actually don't agree with. So, but and a lot of people are probably like, okay, well then you're not a Christian, but that's not true. Because I am. There's just some things I don't agree with, and I believe you can be a Christian and not agree with everything. Um, but everyone has their own beliefs, like I always say. So, um, the other stuff it says in his obituary, my father's obituary, is in loving memory of Benjamin Duran Lindo. He was born August 19th, 1957, in Manila, Philippines. He passed away August 6, 2013, in Iowa City, Iowa. Um, his service was at 1 o'clock. It was Saturday, August 10th, 2013. Um, I won't say where the service was, but the pastor that talked for his service was Pastor John Luke. Um, and the pallbearers were my three brothers, his best friend, um, my one of my uncles, uh, no, two of my uncles, excuse me, and my brother-in-law. So there was two, four, six, seven people that carried my father. That's what a pallbearer is. They carry the deceased person. They carry the person in their coffin. Um, so and then again, it says where he's buried, but I rather not say that, even though you guys could probably search it up. Uh, okay, so I'll read the back of his obituary in honor of him. So Benjamin D. Lindo Jr. In parentheses, they called him Kuya, which means brother in Tagalog, the Filipino language. So Benjamin D. Kuya Lindo Jr. of 6816 Boxwood Lane Northeast had an overwhelming sense of pride and joy for his friends and beloved family. His charismatic personality gave way to one of the best smiles and laughter the world ever saw. On August 6, 2013, at age 55, Ben passed away at the University of Iowa Hospital and Clinics following a massive heart attack. Benjamin Kuya Lindo was such a loving and energetic person. He was very persistent and always tried to view life in a positive light. He enjoyed humor. Okay, hold on. Where am I? He enjoyed humor, and he could turn just about any situation into a joke or a tease. Ben had a passion for the arts. He loved to paint, cook, sing, and watch sports. His favorite, the Hawkeyes. He was a former high school champion wrestler, running from Cedar Rapids to Cedar Falls to make weight, and won the um, invitational tournament. Benjamin was born August 19th, 1957 in Manila, Philippines to late Benjamin C. Lindo Sr. and Beatrice D. Lindo. Benjamin has two siblings. I will not say their name. And he graduated from Kennedy High School in 1976 and further studied at Kirkwood Community College and the University of Iowa. Ben worked in Cedar Rapids at the nuclear power plant for 30 years. Ben was a nuclear chemist, and he had a strong work ethic. Now I'm going to stop right there and tell you guys some interesting stuff. My dad always had like boxes of like notes and stuff, and like kind of remember seeing combinations and different like weird mathematic things and stuff like that. Chemist stuff, I should just say, like that he was thinking about or writing from work or something. So that was really cool. And um, yes, my dad was a chemist. He was a very intelligent man. Wouldn't be able to tell that for me. But I just didn't go down the same path as him. I made some bad choices as a teenager, but if I didn't make those choices, I wouldn't be the person who I am today. But sometimes I have some regrets because I could have achieved a lot like my dad. Um, okay, so Ben was a nuclear chemist and he had a strong work ethic. He was dedicated to his job. He enjoyed his coworkers and hardly ever missed a day at work. Ben had 7 children with my mom. I won't say her name. And he's survived by his kids, and I won't say any of my brothers and sisters' names either. But he was survived by all 7 of his kids. He is also survived by his 9 grandchildren, and I won't say any of their names either, just because of kind of privacy situations. But he is further survived by his several aunts and uncles, cousins, nieces, and nephews here in the United States and the Philippines. He was extremely close to his extended family and was his very best friend, Tim. I'm not going to say his last name. Um, Ben will also be greatly missed by his dog, Mondo. And unfortunately, Mondo, his dog, passed away. So they're in heaven together, I believe. Ben is remembered by his friendly spirit, and he was the nicest guy ever. He was faithful to God and loves Psalms 23. Moreover, he will be always thought of as a family man who had 7 kids, which he referred to as his tribe. He loved golf, swim, uh, karaoke, played the guitar, loved to work out, go dining and shopping with close friends and family. He always made sure to have a memorable yearly vacation with his children and grandchildren. He likes spending quality time, and everything that anyone remembers about Ben always becomes back to a smile. At times, he was in an extra good mood. He might give you a pinch on the cheek of your face, and he would always grin. In Leo of Flowers, a memorial fund has been established. So that was my dad's obituary. Um, I haven't read this obituary for years. So that was really hard to do, but I got through it. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to set this up here so you guys can still see me. And I'm going to, because the people who haven't followed me, for people who don't follow me, and this is the first video that you're watching, I do spiritual coaching and give readings. So, in honor of my dad, I will pull some cards and see what messages my dad has for me. Okay. So I'm going to do 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. The first card, I won't look. Moon energy. Surrender to the natural ebb and flow of life. If you're feeling confused, this angel comes to calm emotions and reassure you that peace of mind is possible. Precious time. I definitely could relate with my father giving me this message. Precious time. The fairy of time wants you to experience every moment fully and to make the most of your precious time. Be mindful not to waste others' time either. I could see my dad saying that to me. Okay, finding balance. Find balance between your work, rest, and playtime, and you will have more energy, harmony, and productivity in your life. Take a power nap. Oh, that's great. This sounds like my dad. This is so my dad, you guys. I'm not kidding you. Music. Listen carefully, for there may be a message in music for you to hear. Music can lift your soul, rekindle memories, and charm fairies to your door. You guys, my dad played the guitar. My dad was a wedding singer. My dad sang in people's weddings. This means a lot. And in the obituary, it spoke of him. It says in here, hold on a second, that he loved karaoke, played the guitar. So, yes, the music thing is huge. And I'd say out of all of four, the Find Balance, the music one especially, and the Precious Time, all are, I really feel that those are deep. The Moon one, I could see. My dad did work nights, and I can see him trying to tell me to have a peace of mind, because my dad didn't. My dad knew I suffered from depression and anxiety attacks. My dad wasn't really a believer in medication and a believer in dwelling on your mental illnesses. He always told me that it was all in my head, and that if I change the way I think, then it will go away. And partially of that is true, but for those of you that suffer from anxiety and depression, you know and understand when I say this, with utmost respect for my father, that depression and anxiety isn't something that you can just tuck away just at the snap of the finger. It's a really big battle. But I do understand my dad, what he meant by saying that, a little more than I used to when I was younger, because it is true though, like I said, half true, because if you do think positive things and you rebuke, like if you're a Christian, you rebuke evil thoughts that come into your head or negative thoughts, then you will have more of a peace of mind, and you'll be able to be more happy, and you'll be able to not waste so much precious time that you have here on earth, because life is too short. So, he was right for the most part. But that's a little bit about Father's Day. And that's some stuff I wanted to talk to you guys about my deceased father. And I thought this was a great video. I know it's a lot of rambling, but for those of you who are following me and know me a little more personally, this video it should you guys should find this kind of interesting. But it was a harder one to do. So anyways, I'll be on with another life topic.